How Nnamdi Kanu fainted severely in custody, smeared with feces. We have obtained a copy of the suit filed by the IPOB leader, where it was exposed that he was beaten by the Nigerian security operative in Kenya till he fainted, an incident which reportedly occurred several times, but he was quickly revived with cold water. The 5 billion naira suit filed against the Nigerian government by the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, detailed the extensive torture meted out to the IPOB leader in Kenya, as revealed by one of the brothers, Prince Nnamdi Kanu. We exclusively obtained a copy of suit filed by the IPOB leader, where it was exposed that he was beaten by the Nigeria's security operative in Kenya till he fainted, an incident which reportedly occurred several times before he was quickly revived with cold water. According to an affidavit sworn by Emmanuel Kanu in the suit, the Nigerian government officials refused to allow Kanu to access the restrooms and was forced to defecate and urinate in the detention room with same substance smeared on his body by the operative. The suit was filed by Kanu's lawyer, Alon Eyemako, in Umuahia, the Abia state capital, before the High Court on September 7, to press for Kanu's release to get adequate medical treatment, among other entitled to him. The suit is in enforcement of Kanu's right to life, dignity of the human person, personal liberty, fair hearing, no arbitrary arrest and detention, and no unlawful expulsion. While Kanu is the applicant, there are 8 respondents, which are the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Attorney General of the Federation, the Chief of Army Staff, the Brigade Commander, 14th Brigade Nigerian Army, Oafia, Abia State, the Inspector General of Police, the Commissioner for Police, Abia State, the Director General State Security Services, and the Abia State Director, State Security Services. The affidavit in support of the originating motion was done by Prince Nnamdi Kanu, the brother to Nnamdi Kanu. He said that the fact and violation disposed to his affidavit started as the applicant's residence in Isiama, Afaraku, Ibeku, Umuahia North local government area of Abia State, to wit, the military invasion of the applicant in September 2017 by a combined team of Oafia-based 14th Brigade of the Nigerian Army, the Abia State Command of the Nigerian Police Force, and the Abia State Directorate of the State Security Service. That was it. Was the said invasion that nearly took the life of the applicant that caused him to seek refuge abroad, with ultimately to Kenya, where the respondent was lawfully pursued, abducted him, disappeared him, and ultimately brought him to Nigeria and detained him. That in October 2015, the applicant was arrested in Lagos upon his return from the United Kingdom, detained in Abuja, and ultimately charged for certain offences, charge number FHC ABJ CR/383/2015, Federal Republic of Nigeria vs. Nnamdi Kanu. That was the applicant was detained for 18 months, but was later released on bail, whereupon he returned to his home in Isiama, Afaraku, Ibeku, Umuahia North, Abia State, and there were awaiting his next trial date set for October 2017. That on or about 10 September, while the applicant was resting at home with some family members and friends, the Oafia-based Nigerian Army, Police, and DSS launched military invasion and assault at the applicant's residential building and premises. That in the course of the military action, 28 people were killed and several others, including the applicant, were wounded. Both of the applicant's parents sustained grave injuries from the military invasion, and both of them eventually succumbed to those injuries and are now late. That in the course of the invasion, the applicant managed to escape to a safe location from where he managed to flee overseas to save his life. That there was neither a court order revoking the applicant's bail nor any arrest warrant that could have justified the deadly military assault. That had the president implemented the whole provisional measures, the applicant would have felt safe enough to voluntarily end his exile and return to Nigeria to face prosecution in the said charge under reference therein. That in course of his exile, the applicant on or about May 5, 2021 entered the Republic of Kenya on his British passport and was admitted as such as Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Nairobi. After his admission, the applicant settled in at a temporary location in Nairobi, Kenya. Nnamdi Kanu then went on to review in detail the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from the East African country and his ordeal in the hands of the Nigerian security operative at a private residence where he was taken to. He said that on June 19, 2021, the applicant drove himself and without any companion to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to drop off a friend at the airport, that as soon as the applicant pulled up to stop at the parking lot and alighted from his vehicle, about 20 respondent agents, hereafter abductors, violently accosted and abducted the applicant, handcuffed and blindfolded him, boarded him in a vehicle and sped away, while telling onlookers that the applicant is a terrorist separatist. That the applicant abductors took him to a nondescript private house, not a police station, somewhere in Nairobi, Kenya, and chained him to the floor. That while chained to the floor, the applicant abductors took turns to beat him, torturing him to a point that he fainted several times and was intimately revived when they poured cold water on him. To prevent the applicant's angry screaming from being heard in the vicinity, the applicant's abductors tied a cloth over his mouth and so close to covering his nostrils that the applicant struggled to breathe. That the applicant remained chained to the floor for 8 days and was thus forced to relieve himself of urine and excrement, where he was chained with the same means smeared all over his body. That throughout the duration of the applicant's captivity, he was not allowed to bathe and was fed only on bland bread once a day and given non-sanitary water to drink. We had on September 7 reported that Enyimako, lawyer to the detained IPOB leader, headed to the court over the later health issues. It had been reported that the access roads to the court were blocked by truckloads of military, police and other security agencies, which created fear in the road of users in Umuahia. Well guys, so we've heard that is how they have treated Nnamdi Kanu. They've done a lot of things like Nigerians. He's just fighting for his rights and you all are treating him like this. God will forgive you all, especially those DSS. God will forgive you all. That is really, really bad and wicked. As I'm seeing this, like, I even want to cry, but if it is me, like, I don't even know if I'm going to survive. Like, that man is really, really a strong